Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm, of course, your host, the Droodles, Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be playing in this Tier 8 Chinese medium tank, the T-34-2. Now, this is a tech tree vehicle, which makes it even more fun to get your hands on. But one thing that's about the Chinese tech tree is you either love it or you hate it, because they all carry big alpha. And if you enjoy big alpha tanks, oh, it's such an enjoyable ride. Even all the way down at Tier 7, the T-34-1 carries 280 average damage, and the gun actually has surprisingly good penetration. When you make your way up to Tier 8, oh boy, the alpha just gets way higher with a 122mm dealing 400 damage per shot. And sure, the dispersion at .389 might be atrocious. Its aiming time at 2.5 seconds makes up for that because you're just then you snap your shell and go right back in the cover. Carries 275mm of heat penetration, so if you do need to load heat, you're easily cutting through any armor. But of course, there are other downsides. 5 degrees of gun depression is not anything impressive, and one of the big ones is the hull armor only being 73 and 47mm thick all around. Yeah, that's not great. In fact, the sides are so weak that basically any 105+ mm is easily getting high explosive through the side of your tank. So yeah, you gotta be careful about that. Thankfully, the turret is actually incredibly thick. Its base is 200mm, and judging that it's all rounded, that means that you're actually getting some really impressive bounces on that turret. So I figured it's a fun tank. It's a vehicle that not a lot of people really talk about anymore, so why not make a video on it in today's video? If you'd like to see more videos like this on other weird and peculiar Tier 8s, 7s, and whatever tier it is in Blitz, let me know in the comments down below. I like making videos on tanks that nobody really play anymore. The only issue I always realize is that you have to grind the tank, you know, if you're free to play or you just don't have the most XP lying around and you don't want to spend $1 bajillion, grinding down to get a Tier 8 just to play it isn't always the most fun thing, so I'll usually pick a line that's also really good, and oh boy, the WZ-121 is probably one of the best Tier 10 mediums currently as it is. So what do we have up against us for mobility? Well, we've got a T-34-2 and an AMX 1390. On the tank destroyer side, they've got a Waffenträger Panzer IV, a Object 704, and a Jagdpanzer. Or not Jagdtiger. That's not a fun lineup. That's like really deadly. I'm not super excited for that. Now you will notice a great thing about the 34-2 is mobility. It only goes 50 kilometers per hour, but it has a fantastic power to weight ratio, keeping it up at that top speed. Oh my. Yes, don't you just love your morning lag when you never turn your tank and then yeet, it turns right off to the side. There's the enemy 34-2 though, and because of that, we're most likely... Oh, he's running the stock gun though, which is good for me, I guess. But yeah, this guy, he's just having a party. I don't even know what he's doing, but yeah, you have fun there, good sir. Really no clue what's going on, but let's go for a tracking shot. Perfect, and back in the cover again. Man, that's a weird start to today's game, isn't it? Well, I'm just gonna start reloading. I do have the alpha gun, and he does not. He's running the 280 damage per shotgun, which is good for me. Let's load an HE shell, and that's what I said about the terrible armor on that tank, and with that, he is no longer with us. I don't know what the heck that guy was doing, but good news is I don't need to worry about him anymore. But sadly, we still did lose a big chunk of our hit points. About 500 there were taken off by his vehicle. Now, we do have the Tiger 2 off to the side over here. Maybe we can get a big ol' slap into the Tiger. Let's push our way up on through, and maybe, just maybe... Yeet! There you go. Nice tap into you, and now we're back in the cover once again. We're at about 1,800 damage so far. That Tiger is not happy with me, I can tell you that for a fact. But, well, there's not much I can say about that, right? I want to get a shell into that Tiger, but I'm a little worried as well. Let's go for a heat shell. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now we continue backing on up. There you go. Now the Tiger is not able to get a shell into me. As we do know, though, that reload is long. Really long. I would love to get a shell into that Jagdtiger. Oh, fire! Oh, baby, nice tap. A little bit of a low roll, but I'll take it. You know, it still hit him, which means that he's lower on hit points. Hopefully, the team will be able to take advantage of that. Now, we did watch that 704 finish off my teammate there, and that Jagdtiger, he's still sitting as easy as ever right out in the open, so finished him off. Pretty solid. But we do have the Waffenträger now, and that is not a fun tank to mess with. In fact, like the opposite of fun. So we're going to back up here. as quickly as possible. We're going to shoot a shell right at his track wheel. Maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful tracking shot. And now we continue backing on up. Now, I have a plan. It's a very stupid one, but I'm thinking if we are able to reverse our way here, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We are able to get out of his way. Perfect. So the Waffenträger is not able to get a shell into me currently, which is exactly what I wanted. That was really, really nervous, but no, we're fine. We are completely fine right now. We are out of his way, which is good with me. And now we're going to continue enjoying the view of the ocean, or I guess really not, even though this is... No, this is New Bay, but I guess a bay still should have water in it, but I guess not this one, right? So let's try and maybe come up behind the Waffenträger. I'm not sure exactly what he's going to do. If we get spotted by him, we're dead. That's all I'm going to say. He's going to just average roll us, and we'll be taken straight out of the battlefield. But I'm hoping that we're going to be able to sneak up behind him here and get a big old whop into his tank. Oh, that is not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted in the slightest of forms. Nope, no thank you. So, the issue is we don't really have the gun depression. I might be able to wedge my tank on the wall here, though. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Perfect. So, all that's left is him, and since he was just shot by a big shot there. Okay, perfect. Coming out with the victory for the first game. It was a very weird, sketchy battle. We had to do a couple jank maneuvers there, jump off the bridge, but 3,325 damage does not lie. That was a pretty solid game. So that was the first battle in the 34-2. Now, because this is not a premium tank and it's a tech tree, I don't really need to sell anybody on this vehicle. You know, it's not like I'm saying, oh, go buy the Shark for gold. This tank I don't really need to advertise, because you guys can just grind it if you think it looks fun, and if you don't, then it's just another video that you guys get to see another aspect, should I say, of Blitz. But yeah, I think it is a super fun tank. The thing that I always notice an issue with me is that there's a lot of tanks that I think are super fun. Vehicles like the WZ-111 GFT, and then there's vehicles like the FE301, and there's so many tier 8s and tier 9s I find super fun. The issue is when I make a video on each of them, you know, there's like 50 options out there. Options are good, but when there's too many, it's hard to make a decision. So, yeah, that's one thing I always say. So I just make a video on this, so just in case you ever grind down the line, or, you know, you just want to play the tank for fun, here's your video waiting for you. So what do we have on the enemy team? We got an Action 10, T49, TVP, VTU, and we got the M41 Bulldog and the T71. So I guess not too bad of a lineup. I mean, the Action 10 was the only tank that I bothered listing apart from the mediums, just because it can be a very, very strong tank. There's the T49 off to the side, and I'm not sure if he's going to poke that again. It would be very lovely if he did. Oh boy, there they are, all getting spotted. Now, good news is that they basically have no tank destroyers. They've got a Jagdtiger, but it doesn't have big alpha, you know? It's 350 damage per shot. It'll hurt, but it's not going to, like, destroy my entire game. There's a Bulldog, and let's aim at an HE. Oh, it hit him in the gun! Oh, that's so sad. There went, like, 500 damage we could have gotten out on that guy. Now, judging that the Jagdtiger is off to the side there, and same for the Tiger 2, that's actually really good news for me, because I'm just going to push my tank off to the side, and we're going to load in an HE finally, and boom! There you go. He even managed to hit my turret. Unfortunate for him. Oof. That's gotta hurt you, dude, doesn't it? That was literally all of his health gone in one shot. Okay, well now maybe we can get another shell out here. Let's poke this again. Aiming, and fire. Oh, 535. Like, you can clearly see where HE is fantastic. 122mm damage is just out of this world. And sure, this T71 is probably going to be annoying, but there's not much he's going to do to me once we get a nice HE out into him. So, and let's see if we can get a shell into the Action 10 while that's chilling there. And yeet, there you go. Nice 341 into you. We're already at 1,400 damage this battle so far. This T71, he's really got a fun attraction to me, should I say, but I don't really care too much. It's a T71. What's he going to do to me? All right, let's get another shot into you. Nice 407. And now this guy, he wants to play with me, so he's going to get it. Let's give him a nice little love tap here. Oof, 400. And now he's shooting HE. Well, you do that, dude. Don't really know what to say about this guy, but yeet! There you go, 474 into his turret. Let's just keep him here so my teammates can finish him off, and a goodbye. So this is another fun battle. Sure, the enemy team wasn't anything fantastic, again, but no, that just makes it all more fun for me, right? So we got the Tiger 2 off to the side, Jagdtiger 8.8. We've got our IS-6 over there, and apart from that, we're actually a pretty quick tank, so hopefully we might just be able to get a shell into that Tiger 2. Come on, speed is key. Come on, go, go, go. I don't know if we're going to be able to get there. That FE301 zipping his way along, and That T-71 is on a very, very big reload. Oh, no. 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 Go. Go. Come on. We can get a shell in. I believe. No. Well, either way, again, the tank did very well. It showed where the gun is fantastic. High explosive is truly amazing. And the ability to get 2 HE shells rolling over like 500 each on that TVP. We fired 2 shells on that guy and we managed to take off 1,200 hit points. We fired an HE at the T-71 plus a RAM, 874. Like, it's great how much damage you can get off with this gun. And that's why I love Big Alpha in Blitz. You don't always need DPM to do very well. Let me know what you guys thought about this tank and my review in the comments down below. If you enjoyed it, let me know if you'd like to see more like it. But other than that, hopefully all of you are doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!